Hello, this is Nice Wonder, and hope you're having a good beginning of 2017. This is Martin Luther King Day, so I hope that you're celebrating, remembering a great man today. I want to do that here as part of this video, but I do want to talk a little bit about Barack Obama, who is ending his 8 years in office as President of the United States. And look at his accomplishments. This is from Washington Monthly. Passed health care reform. The Affordable Care Act basically is the same thing as the GOP plan. It did start covering millions more people. However, even conservative polls like Gallup, 58% have wanted in this country have wanted single payer. And Obamacare is not that. Single payer would get everyone covered with little or no out-of-pocket expense required, not anywhere even compared to the Affordable Care Act, which is, the word affordable is questionable. Passed a stimulus package to spur the economy. Well, basically it bailed out the banks. That's what that is. It didn't really boost millions of people's pocketbooks where it was really needed the most. It just helped those that really didn't need it the most. Continuing really trickle-down economics. Past Wall Street reform, Dodd-Frank. We need to bring back the intensity of Glass-Steagall. Dodd-Frank was very weak in comparison. Into the war in Iraq, we're still in Afghanistan. Began or drawdown of war in Afghanistan. Well, that's debatable. Now we have ISIS and ISIL or whatever it is to deal with. Eliminated Osama bin Laden. Well, I don't know if I would call that an esteemable accomplishment. Turned around the U.S. auto industry. I have to do more research on that. I've not seen it. I do see more cars on the freeways here in Los Angeles, it seems, or at least as many as there's always been. Recapitalized the banks again. The banks that are too big to fail. Toppled Muammar Gaddafi. What a disaster that was. Again, I don't want to get into this too much. I'm trying to find something good here. Increased America's image abroad. I don't know. I think that's debatable. Kicked banks out of the federal student loan program. Expanded the Pell Grant spending. That's good. Boosted fuel efficiency standards. Well, I think we've had some of that to some extent. I mean, I saw major changes here in California in the 1980s. Coordinated international response to financial crisis. What international response to financial crisis? I mean, there's. We go on and on and on here, and I'm thinking, what really is the accomplishment? So no offense. I mean, I'm trying to find something here that makes sense. Past credit card reforms. I mean, the bottom line is, economically, I see, we are not in better shape. The overall population is not in better shape. Okay, there were 2 seats securing a little more to the center for the Supreme Court. That's an accomplishment. I'll definitely say that. And again, it's good public relations. I do know that the NDAA, the National Defense Authorization Act, was passed, as it always is at this time of the year. $611 billion more going into our military budget. We have the largest military still, larger than the next, I believe, 9 countries combined. Trimmed reoriented missile defense, cut the Reagan-era Star Wars missile defense budget, saved $1.4 billion in 2010. I just don't know overall what kind of impact that's really going to have. I think we need much more drastic changes when it comes to that. I think we naturally we're moving in the direction of more renewable energy. We're still dragging behind Germany and Europe on the alternative renewable energies to transition into a sustainable energy system overall. Crack down on bad for profit colleges. We'll see how that will play out. He did avoid scandals that previous administrations, for instance the Bill Clinton administration, as far as Democrats are concerned, he did avoid any kind of scandal like that. Different kind of a family situation. As you can see, if you listen to this whole video, I'm keeping an open mind. And anyway, I wanted to also briefly say some fun things and then close this out with a minute or so of the voice of Dr. Martin Luther King talking about economic justice and not just social justice, since that does connect everything. And on the Now Man show, my TV show, we are definitely going to be talking about that a lot more. This past week, I saw Midge Ure. I mean, some of us out there are very familiar with Midge Ure. He's currently on a tour playing his career's greatest hits, I guess you could say. And many Americans are probably going, who's Midge Ure? Well, he's the lead singer of Ultravox, also a solo artist. He was in Visage, Rich Kids, and even Thin Lizzy. He's probably most known in the United States as the composer of Do They Know It's Christmas, Feed the World by Band-Aid, with all those British artists singing, you know, feed the world. Anyway, and he even made a comment at one point during the night where his music, he had many hits, even number ones, everywhere else in the world but the United States. Great artist, love you, Midge. Thanks for coming, enjoyed the show a lot. And now I want to go on to this quote. Actually, hear the actual voice himself for about a minute or so. I want to leave you with Dr. Martin Luther King talking about economic inequality and the redistribution of wealth.
We must also realize that the problems of racial injustice and economic injustice cannot be solved without a radical redistribution of political and economic power. We read one day, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. But if a man doesn't have a job or an income, he has neither life nor liberty and the possibility for the pursuit of happiness. He merely exists.